Good morning. Welcome to TalkuTalku News Worldwide. Now, what is happening in West Africa? People are angry. The military are angry. Just what recent happenings. The military personnel in Benin on Sunday announced that they have ousted President Patrice Talon. Although his entourage said that he was safe and the army was regaining control. It's just a small military, a group that ousted power and taken over. But the efforts have been made by the president, and he said that they have reinstated him. But the issue is that what is really happening. President Talon supposed to, he has ruled for 10 years, supposed to be out or resign by next year and next year April before the incident happened. Let's watch this and follow us on TalkuTalku News Worldwide for more information. Watch this.
To some breaking news now. And a group of soldiers in the West African state of Benin say they have seized power from President Patrice Talon. The group, which called itself the Military Committee for Refoundation, announced the apparent coup on Benin state television, claiming that they had ousted President Talon. But his office is indicating now that the situation is under control. Talon was in power for a decade and he was due to step down next April after the next presidential election. All right, let's cross over to our West Africa correspondent, Azizat Alua, for more on this. What's the latest we know about this apparent coup attempt in Benin? Specifically, Azizat, what do we know about President Talon's status and whereabouts at this point?
Okay, thank you very much. We understand that it's still an attempted coup at this point because the army is trying to regain power and has assured press people that everything is under control at the moment. That it was just a small group of soldiers who decided to take over power, and what they did was just to, take control of a television station. And a source told media people that the President is safe alongside his family, although did not mention his whereabouts as of this time. And the situation in Cotonou was very chaotic. Gunfire was heard around the port area and close to the presidential palace, and it's made the situation there very tense, with people scampering for safety, and many have stayed indoors. It's still an ongoing situation because while this small group, as said, is taking power, the army is assuring everyone that everything is under control, but we do not know the whereabouts of President Patrice Talon yet.
As he said, it's obviously making headlines around the world, but how are people there
A group of soldiers in Benin announced on Sunday that it has staged a coup, overthrowing President Patrice Talon. The announcement, made on state television by members of the Military Committee for Refoundation, confirmed the president's removal and dissolution of all state institutions. Talon, who has been in office since 2016, was scheduled to leave next April after the presidential election.
This is Benin's President Patrice Talon walking back toward the presidential palace, just hours after an attempted military coup targeting him was stopped. After his return, he condemned the failed coup, telling the nation in a TV address that the situation was under control after gunfire was heard in parts of the capital Cotonou, and that this treachery will not go unpunished.
Je voudrais ici saluer le sens du devoir de notre armée et de ses responsables qui sont restés républicains et loyaux à la patrie. Avec eux, nous avons fait front, repris les positions jusqu'à nettoyer les dernières poches de résistance des mutins.
Earlier in the day, a small group of soldiers calling itself the Military Committee for Refoundation appeared on state TV, claiming to have overthrown the president. They accused Talon's government of security failures in northern Benin and of neglecting fallen soldiers and their families before the broadcast was cut off. State officials say about a dozen arrests were made and standby troops from neighboring countries had been deployed. Witnesses say normality soon returned after the initial shock in a country shaped by coups and attempted coups since gaining independence from France in 1960.
Mais aujourd'hui, moi, c'est comme si je revivais au fait ce que nos parents ont vécu en ce temps-là.
Meanwhile, ECOWAS, West Africa's regional security bloc, called the latest coup a subversion of the will of the people of Benin and pledged support to help preserve constitutional order. The 67-year-old president is due to hand over power in April next year after 10 years in office, marked by strong economic growth but also a rise in jihadist violence in the north.